Ever wonder how projects start? Well, this one started here. I bought that off a marketplace. Thought that was a cool looking tack and I had to have it. So I bought it. And, well, hold on. I guess this is as good a spot as any. So, a couple weeks later on Marketplace, I saw an AOD, which is a overdrive transmission that you put on older vehicles that don't need any kind of electronic control. It was a great deal. Came with a torque converter from a Mustang of sorts. So I bought it. I think it was 125 bucks. Had to have it, even though I don't like automatics. So what are you going to do with an AOD transmission without an engine? So I bought this engine, well, part of this engine, on Marketplace. It's a 351 that was repurposed, rebuilt for marine application. I swapped out the heads for GTP 40 heads on Marketplace. I bought the cheap Chinese distributor, the cheap Chinese intake, a refab Holly, and some Kajingas with air cleaners. Don't ask me about that. So you got an engine and you got a transmission and you got a cool tachometer. Again, a tachometer started it. So what do you do then? Well, you rent a truck and a trailer and you drive I don't know, 7-8 hours and you buy an engine. Pause, unpause. You buy a 1970 straight six 200 CI with a 3-speed transmission for your next project. But hold on, you still got the other engine and transmission, you know, to go with that cool tachometer. So what do? Well, again, you rent a truck and a trailer and you go out of state and you trail back somebody else's given up project, a 1963 F300. 1963 F100 style side long box. Only truck's a long box truck. Sorry, boys. Now, coming back to the engine. Well, it's got a 3-speed and it's kind of an underpowered engine. That's why it came out of the Mustang in the first place. So what do? Well, you get more gears. So you buy a later model 5-speed, right? That's actually the second one. I sold the one I bought to a guy who was going to rebuild it for a V8 car and had this on his shelf, and later I went to his house and bought this one. So you got an engine, you got a transmission, there's an adapter somewhere in there for the two. What else do you need? An old POS 1974 Mercury Comet 8-inch rear end. Open carrier, probably a 3-to-1 ratio. Because, you know, low power 6-cylinder.